Live from the Fox 43 studio, this is Sports Wrap with Brian Parsons, sponsored by Cox, bringing us closer.
Not only is David Wright one of the most successful athletes to come out of Hampton Roads, he's also one of the most charitable. For the last 9 years, the former captain of the New York Mets has held his annual Vegas Night fundraiser, which helps raise money for the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughter. And tonight in Virginia Beach, the latest edition of Vegas Night, a packed house on hand. There was a silent auction, casino games, and all kinds of cool stuff. Former big leaguer Michael Kadire was there, along with PGA Tour pro Mark Leishman, and you know you have clout when you can get Mr. Met to show up. In 9 years, this event has raised more than $1.5 million for CHKD, something that is very special to David Wright.
You know, when I think of the Hampton Roads area and, causes that I want to support, obviously the military comes to mind, but, CHKD is right there at the top of the list for me. This is a hospital that's near and dear to me, and we've talked about it. Before I had the means and the fame to put on big extravagant events like this, I just come hang out with the kids, play games with the kids. I can remember Uno games and Connect 4 games and just wanting to spend time and how special this place is for me, and I'm glad I can continue to do this.
Now, obviously, the dominant story in the sports world has centered around Major League Baseball's cheating scandal, the sign-stealing scandal that has cost 3 managers and 1 general manager their jobs. Here's Wright's take on the situation about the Astros using electronic equipment to steal signs.
There's obviously a difference between, doing what people are reporting that teams were doing and, standing on second and trying to peek at the catcher signs, things like that. I mean, there's a way to do things and there's obviously not a way to do things. And, as far as I'm concerned, that, if you try to cheat, I've said this all along, and I'm not just talking about this latest scandal, I'm talking about cheating in general. I hope that if you cheat, you get caught and you get punished. And that's what, it comes down to, is that I remember when I first got to the minor leagues, I had a coach that told me that there's choices, decisions, consequences. And, you have those choices, you make those decisions, and, if you make incorrect decisions, you suffer the consequences. And that's what, we're seeing right now, certainly.
Now, one casualty in the scandal, Mets manager Carlos Beltran. He was with the Astros in 2017 and was hired this offseason to manage the Mets, but when the story broke, Beltran and the Mets parted ways. Now, as far as David Wright managing his old team, he says forget about it. The only coaching he's going to do is a co-ed T-ball league with his 3-year-old.